All right, welcome to this week's bonus video. This week's bonus video is Tyranitar versus Toadscruel. This is the first time that we are playing with these decks. We are actually recording this before last week's live stream, so you will know how the live stream went. We will not, as we are recording this, unfortunately. But I do think we'll have some fun with these decks all the same. We're going to look at these deck profiles real quick, starting with Toadscruel. So Toadscruel is running 3 copies of Cherubi with Lively Fruit. Lively Fruit is an ability that says prevent all effects of attacks from your opponent's Pokemon done to this Pokemon. Damage is not an effect, which means that protects you from Sableye, and Sableye is a little asshole. So thank you, Sableye. We are protected from you. Next, we have 2 copies of Sharam. Sharam has the Spring Bloom ability. It says, as often as you like during your turn, you may attach a Grass Energy card from your hand to one of your Pokemon that doesn't have a rule box. So unfortunately, that does mean we won't be able to attach directly to Toadscruel X because it is a rule box Pokemon, but we can attach to Toadscruel. Toadscruel is a 50 HP basic Pokemon that evolves into Toadscruel as a single retreat cost, which makes it ideal for our particular list. And then Toadscruel itself has Protective Filament as an ability. Prevent all effects of attacks from your opponent's Pokemon done to all of your Pokemon that have energy attached. Existing effects are not removed and damage is not an effect. So this protects you, again, from Sableye if you have an energy attached to any of your Pokemon, which, of course, we want to do for Colony Rush. Colony Rush is the main attack on Toadscruel. For 2 Grass Energy, it does 80 plus damage. This attack does 40 more damage for each of your bench Pokemon with a Grass Energy attached. So we're going to use Sharam to spread the love of the Grass Energy to make sure all of our bench Pokemon have some Grass Energy on them. And then we're getting up to 280, and then with Belt or whatever, we're getting up to 310, which is not bad. We are running a 1-1 line of the Barrel. The Barrel gives us a little extra draw and protects us from late game Iono. We have a copy of Manaphy to help protect our bench from something like Radiant Greninja, who, while he won't be attacking this deck, will be drawing some extra cards with concealed cards. We do have Snorlax. Snorlax has the Unfazed Fat ability. Prevent all effects of attacks from your opponent's Pokemon done to this Pokemon. Boy, that is a really common effect in this particular deck. Sableye, no.
Yeah.
And then we also, and he's a great attacker, and then we also have Tropius. Tropius has the Tropic Breeze attack. Move all energy from this Pokemon to one of your bench Pokemon. So with 3 energy, we're hitting 130, and doing 260 if we're hitting for weakness, which is good because Tyranitar can eat it. So if Single Strike Lugia is still popular at all, this is going to be an interesting and fun inclusion, and it also serves as a single prize attacker. That is never a bad thing to have. We have 4 copies of Iono for some consistency. On top of Iono, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 copies of Professor's Research and 2 copies of Boss's Orders. This is a bog standard lineup for supporters. This is not unique at all. This is literally as basic as it gets, but you know what? We're going to start from there and move as we need. So, Gusting and Draw. We have it. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4 copies of Level Ball, and 1, 2, 3, and 4 copies of Ultra Ball. Also, 1, 2, and 3 copies of Nest Ball. We want to find our guys. This is how we're doing it. We've got some balls. And then we have 1, 2 copies of Super Rod to recover our Pokemon, and 1 and 2 copies of Superior Energy Retrieval. Now, as our Pokemon go down, unfortunately, we're going to lose some energy. And if we want to use Sharam to keep our Pokemon protected with Protective Filament and to keep boosting our Colony Rush damage, we do need to use Superior Energy Retrieval to get those energies back and spreading. So that's why they're important. We also have 2 copies of Switch to keep our guys moving around, and a copy of Choice Belt. We talked earlier about hitting that 310 number. Choice Belt allows us to do that on Toadscruel, so that we can one-shot Pokemon like Mew. Now, we really want our Pokemon out and ready to help us because we need to have them out in order to fill our bench to make it so that we can attack with Colony Rush. That is how that works. So Artisan is our extra means of doing that. So Artisan, if you are not familiar with it from Paldea Evolved, has the effect of Ultra Ball, but for non-rule boxers. So basically, it's yet another way to get your Pokemon out and ready to go. All right, and finally, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 copies of basic Grass Energy. So this is our Toadscruel list, and now we're going to have a look at Tyranitar.
Hello, everybody. I'm going to be playing Tyranitar X on my side of the field. So naturally, I'm going to start on this side. We got 4 copies of Larvitar. I assume they're being run. Is there a different Larvitar? Or is this
There is one in Pokemon Go, but I believe it has 60 HP.
Got it. Yeah, I'm running it for the 70, so Sableye don't kill 2 of them. We got 1 Pupitar.
We're almost there.
We do have 1 copy of Pupitar, just in case we're not able to get those rare candies out, so we can just go straight up the long way. But of course, we got the main fella of the deck, Tyranitar X, which he is Lightning type, which is pretty cool. He has the traditional Terra ability up top. His first attack for 1 fighting is 120, and you discard the top 2 cards of your deck, which is pretty nice. As an electric type, that does mean that he does one-shot a baby Lugia V, so that's pretty nice for 1 energy. And then Thor's Rampage, which I'm pretty sure that's not going to be the final name of the attack, but for 2 fighting energy, it does 150, and then if any of your bench Pokemon have any damage counters on it, it does 100 more for a total of 250, and with a choice belt, that's 280, one-shotting pretty much any V-Star, and severely hurting pretty much anything else. He does have 340 health, so he's a pretty tanky boy, weak to fighting. For retreat is a lot, but
yeah, that's like really unfortunate, unfortunately.
Yeah, so there's probably going to be a bunch of switch stuff in here if I landed, but with a deck like this, we do need a bit of draw consistency, so we do have 2 Bidoof and 2 Barrel for the Industrious Incisors. In addition to that, to try and get Tyranitar X's attack up and going, we do have 2 copies of the Astral Radiance Gengar with the Netherworld Gate.
Origin.
Lost Origin?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought the art was from a different. Okay. Yeah, from Lost Origin, we do have the Netherworld Gate Gengar. And if he's in your discard pile, you can put him on your bench, and he takes 3 damage for doing that, basically. Which effectively kickstarts Tyranitar X's attack, so pretty nice there.
It's pretty beneficial.
We do have Lumineon V for being able to search out supporters as we need them. And then we have Manaphy to protect our bench from greedy little Greninjas that want to snipe our little dudes. And then Radiant Alakazam, which lets us move around damage our opponent's side of the field. That's that.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you got, right? It's a choice belt without being a choice belt.
Indeed. Then we have 3 copies of Iono. Not the bog standard, according to Justin here. And then we got 3 research as well. Again, a little different from his side of the field. And 2 boss. That's the same though. We do have 1 copy of Arven, likely to search out our rare candies and anything else we might need. We have Raihan, because in decks like these, your dudes are going to get knocked out. You're going to want to get to attack for 250 as fast as you can with that extra energy attachment. In addition to that, we want to get our Larvitars out, so we do have 4 of the Battle VIP Pass. So we get to search our deck for 2 basics, probably Larvitar and Bidoofs to get those set up. And I've been mentioning it already, but we do have 4 copies of Rare Candy, so we can skip straight up into Tyranitar and get him raring to go. We also want to search out those Pokemon, so we have a little bit of search in here. So 3 Nest Ball and 4 Ultra Ball, so we can get those dudes out.
And Ultra Ball is especially important in this deck because you do have to discard Gengar in order to make use of Netherworld Gate.
Indeed. We also have 2 copies of Super Rod because I don't know.
Recovery.
Recovery, yeah.
Well, no, I mean it's getting your energy back. It's getting your Larvitar back.
That's true.
Because you're gonna lose some of your evolving Pokemon early on, most likely. So the best way to get those back is to get some Super Rod action. And with a deck like this, if you don't have the basics, you obviously can't evolve up. So you just don't have an attacker. Right. And if you prize a couple Larvitar, or if you prize a Pupitar or Fever Candy, you might be just hosed. So Super Rod is your means of ensuring that you can actually get up and attack.
Yep. And as mentioned before, Tyranitar does have a little bit of a higher end retreat cost. So we do have Escape Rope and Switch, so that we're able to get them out of there if we need to and attack with somebody else. Or even if they try and put one in the active that they need to stall with and you just can't get out. As he mentioned, sometimes Larvitars might be trapped in the prizes, so we do have Heavy Ball Hisuian Heavy Ball to let us go and get that. And this is something I actually asked him about before we started recording, but there is one copy of Forest Sealstone in this deck, and as you may notice, our only V is Luminion. So that's fun.
Yep.
And same for the same reason as him, we are running 2 copies of Artisan, so that we can get our basic little boys out, so that we can start evolving and getting into our big fellas. And of course, no deck. I say no deck, but most decks don't work without energy, so we do have 10 fighting energy in the deck.
Alrighty. So these are the deck lists we're running with today. Hopefully, you guys will enjoy this. We're gonna get shoveled up and be right back. All right, heads or tails?
I'll take tails.
It is heads. I will go first.
Oh, should I grab my dice?
See how big of a mistake this is.
Mariano's been bugging me.
Alrighty. I actually don't have a beast at all, so okay.
And he was asking me which one's better, Single Strike or Colorless Lugia.
Yes. Currently, it actually looks like colorless results wise, so we'll see. Nice. It's actually not a terrible start.
You said you were going first?
Yeah. And best of luck to you.
Good luck.
Yeah. The doof.
So I measured the bag. It's questionable. It's exactly 22 by 14. But at the same time, me and my mom agreed that it's not worth the risk just in case it is slightly over, and you would have to get it
Draw.
at the check bag, and then now you're checking all your cards.
Yeah.
So just use normal. First
That'll be a
the bag that has all my clothes.
Gotcha. Battle VIP Pest Star. How busted.
It's too powerful. Somebody stop it.
Power over 9,000? What?
Did you see the person that's making those? You know? Like they have a stack of like 80 of them. And I was like, I'll take one.
Yeah, so you got Larvitar, Bidoof, Radiant Alakazam,
All Artisan.
and Artisan for the Larvitar. That is a damn good start. I thought I had a decent start.
Don't play Falcon.
I will attach for turn here. And yeah, that's deep.
Okay.
How many called?
Top deck.
Oh my god.
Top deck. Nice.
Your hand.
Hmm?
Your hand.
Oh, I know. It's beautiful. Actually, before I do, let me go to Artisan real quick.
No.
Yes.
I made a Lost Box fight with deck out last night.
Seems easy. Well, for a bad Lost Box player, at least.
I also shut Ray down hard. Because I was playing Moose, and I had it to where Every single one of his Pokemon that he had on play had damage counters.
Good thing you have cards in your hand.
I had the rare candy Tyranitar in hand.
It's good. I hope we don't. Hopefully. You're like, it's even better.
Can we have an electric supporter Irida?
That would be crazy.
Like, can we have opener back where it gives you an item, but instead of a basic lightning energy, you can go get a lightning Pokemon?
Insane.
Just name the card Vulcaneer's Return.
This feels.
Could you actually imagine if Miraidon had that type of supporter? Go get literally a Miraidon or like a Flaffy with a electric generator,
Crazy.
or even like a Raikou and all that.
Colony Rush for
A lot.
160.
Um. Draw. Man, who built this deck?
You were doing great until I owned you. Did you just pass?
No, I was swiping away at a.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a fine.
I'm
Where's that?
gonna artisan.
okay. Actually, much more active about that.
You're rating on one match.
For turn.
Don't worry. Toadscruel is here.
I'm gonna boss up the cherub.
What's wrong now?
And then I will pass to you.
Turn. Spring Bloom. Retreat. And
Oh, thank Christ.
hands crap too.
5, not 6.
That's a hand.
Something.
Ultra Ball.
What did you do? Benefit.
For the babes. And we're going to Industrious Incisors. 3. 1, 2, 3.
Out of curiosity, why didn't you Spring Bloom to...
Spring Bloom. Bloom. Spring Bloom.
Okay, now out of curiosity, why didn't you Spring Bloom beef for...
I don't know. Colony Rush, 1, 2, 3. For more damage than is necessary.
Yes.
So is it based on the energy in play?
No, it's based on the number of my bench Pokemon that have Grass Energy attached to them.
Okay.
Hey, where's that shaman from Heart Gold Soul Silver?
The barrel.
Could you imagine that with this deck?
Let's not.
Ultra
Eternal.
Ball.
I know. It is legal on Eternal. It's seen play in Eternal.
Is the new EX banned?
Mew?
I'm not Mew. The Mewtwo.
Baby?
No, the energy one. The big boy.
You're talking about the one from, like, the actual Big EX from, like, the Boundaries Cross?
Something like that.
No, it's not.
Raihan.
Hey, look, there's finally a Tyranitar.
Yeah, it's gonna take me out, isn't it? Oh, no, it's not. There's no...
Still at 3 to 4.
um, what do I want to grab up the right hand?
Give away to discard it. Gengar is your best shot.
Nope.
Ouch.
Let me see what the Tyranitar is.
I don't want to grab anything.
If any of yours have damage counters?
Mhm.
I'm gonna grab Pursuing Heavy Ball and play it off the right hand. Because I know this little goofball is in there.
Even though this is electric, how would you feel about Gutsy Pickaxe in there?
Me.
Return.
That wasn't... Oh, that was for
Oh, it's up
right.
right hand.
Yeah.
That's right. Sizers for 4. 4. Well, that doesn't do any good. Yeah, I'll Thor's Rampage for 150.
Okay. Okay. For turn. That is certainly a card. Hand right now is absolute trash. We're gonna Spring Bloom. Here we just air fighting. Damn. Industrious Incisors for 2. 1 and 2. How the fuck did we get? Okay. Ultra Ball.
Okay.
You could see why I was having problems.
I like that. Industrious Incisors for all the fucking media.
I know, right? Toadscruel.
For a second there, I had thought that you said all the fucking media.
Might as well have been. Oh, that's funny though. I can't one shot you either. God damn. Why?
That's a lot of health.
That's a ton of health.
Because it's electric.
Electric dreams. Spring Bloom.
Ooh, I just realized you can actually run that Tyranitar and turn them right on. Because you have the electric,
The Delta
Laboratories.
Laboratory, yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, I can Colony Rush for 280.
Alright.
Not a KO, but I can do it.
You would just have to pretty much run Gate Jog if you want the Tyranitar as like a big attacker.
Those dice are like, look how big I am.
Can I point out that I know exactly where you got that D&D D20 too?
Yeah.
Because I also have it. I've been trying to find the Lord of the Rings
Dude,
one.
you have the same problem as I. That's rough. When your opponent only runs Artisan. I think I might go down to a 2-1 split of this and collapse or something. I don't know.
That's cool.
Actually, collapse would be a terrible idea. Something else. Fail it. No. I should have my own ability.
No, I mean his.
I should have this list.
Oh, that list?
Half would probably work for
Temple of
this.
Sinnoh.
I'll
Temple's what I was thinking too.
spoon 20 onto the other Toadscruel.
And I'm losing.
Attach for turn.
Rowlet's a renegade. Rowlet's a renegade.
Industrious for 1. I'll Thor's Rampage for now.
Yep. What is that?
I'm gonna cry.
That good, huh? Turn. Attach return. Super run. That's just incisors for 5. Nest ball. Snorlax. Colony Rush. Oh, look at these two guys just chilling in the prizes.
Badoo.
Badoof, 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 badoof. Just stage 2 things or what? Have you even seen a rare candy the whole time other than the one I on the way like turn 1? That does run 4, right? I remember it being 4. What is this madness?
I'll boss up Snorlax.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Pass.
Drop turn. Spirit Energy Retrieval. Discarding the Rod. Radiant Greninja. 1, 2, 3 via Spring Bloom. Well, Industrious Incisors for 4. 1, 2.
I feel like you're crying,
3.
crying internally. And
No, come look at this
externally.
hand. Come look at this hand.
This hand is garbage, apparently.
Oh,
What do I do with this?
scoop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll finish the game at least. And then we will Thumping Snore for a knockout.
If you hit double heads on this,
Dude, that's just insulting at that point. Tails and heads, so it's like,
All right, what do I draw here?
is it good or what? Hey, it's good.
I drew the Tyranitar finally. Manaphy. I guess. Artisan, I don't think there's anything left in here. Yeah.
That good, huh?
Well, at least he has 150 health. Yeah, 150.
it's actually 300. He's weak.
Oh,
Or
he's
wait,
not.
no, he's
I
lightning.
was gonna
Never
say,
mind.
yeah. I'm not
Disregard.
When was the last time they printed a fighting type Tyranitar?
It's been recently, actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's been at least I know in the Sword and Shield block. Tyranitar is usually a dark type though.
Yeah.
Just stinks because you can't run it really in GLC that well because like every good Tyranitar is dark type. But you can't run the dark type Larvatars and Pupitars because they're not in black and white on.
Mm-hmm. So was fighting on the or
Flygon has the same issue. Like all the good Flygons that want to run, they're all dragon.
Superior Energy Retrieval. Discarding Charamis Ruby. Spring
You get an
Bloom.
energy. You get an energy.
Attach per turn. Spring Bloom. Tropic Breeze. 30.
draw.
Oh, somewhere.
Heavy ball. Fails. Touch here.
34 mentions.
And Rose Rampage.
I mean, am I doing enough?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be 160 plus
You're doing
240.
40. So I'm at like 370. You got it.
Good.
All right. Well, that was Tyranitar struggling against Toadscruel X. Did you prize the minion? You couldn't. Prizing a Gengar definitely sucks.
Ouch.
Well, I mean,
And I couldn't draw into anything that would let me get the Luminion or the Gengar out.
all right. Well, that is this week's bonus video. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this little bonus. So the Tyranitar will be back shortly for a little bit more of a shocking turn of events. But in the meantime, this is Justin Basil. You are watching Justin Basil YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe, do all those fun things. Watch other videos on this channel. Let people know about it. I will see you guys in the next video.